The Bethel Bruins versus the Phoebus Phantoms. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hintz. Bob is not here right now, but he'll be back in just a moment. But right now we're going to go courtside because Bob has head coach Craig Breon of the Bethel Bruins.
Well, Coach, first of all, great win Tuesday night. Got you into third place. That's where you want to go, especially when you're getting ready to get into the tournament. That's a good spot to be. But coming over here, playing a team like Phoebus, at Phoebus, is always tough.
It really is, and what I try to have our kids focus on tonight is that, yeah, they're like 4-9, but don't look at that record because this is a dangerous team. They got Allen back out here from second semester. The kids are playing much better. They played Hampton really tough and played well against Heritage the other night for about a half. So we just want to focus on playing well, trying to duplicate what we did the other night, and hopefully we come out with a good game tonight.
Well, one of the things I know you want to do is shoot the ball better from the foul line.
Yeah, that was really an Achilles heel the other night. It hurt us, and we really almost gave the game away. But the kids, we worked a lot on that the other night, and the kids really focused on it. So hopefully tonight will be better things for us.
Good enough. Well, good luck tonight, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Bob.
All right, let's go back to Tim.
All right, thank you, Bob. Congratulations to the Bethel Bruins, 9-3, 10-5 overall. Tonight's contest is brought to you in part by Zooms with 14 convenient Peninsula locations to serve you. By Hampton Chevrolet at 1073 West Mercury Boulevard. And in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, where Nancy Staten is the manager. Let's go back courtside as Bob has head coach Mark Cassari of the Phoebus Phantoms.
Well, first of all, Coach, I was talking to Coach Breon. He says it's always tough to play Phoebus over here. He says you can't look at the record, but you guys always play good, and you got some young people, some young kids on the team, but how do you feel like the team is coming?
I'm very pleased with the way the boys are playing right now. We're coming along strong. Our goal has always been to make the tournament and do well in the tournament, and that's what we're shooting for. We're starting to peak. We've been playing some really good games, some tight games. We've been losing, but we're ready to move on. I think we had a real good pregame. We're ready to play this game.
Well, now defensively, Phoebus has always been a good defensive team. Is your team like that pressure defense?
We're trying to do that. We also try to press a little bit. Also, we've done a lot of work with our shooting. We're a little better shooting team that they've had in the last couple of years.
Well, Coach, first of all, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And don't forget to see me after the game.
Not a problem. Thank you.
All right, let's run over to Tim.
All right, thank you, Bob, and thank you, Coach Cassari. The Phantoms 4-7, 4-10 overall, and the Phantoms in the middle of quite a rigorous schedule as they played Tuesday night. They also played Wednesday night. This game, of course, being played on Friday night, the 31st of January. And then the Phantoms will play a fourth game in 5 nights when they play Saturday night. So quite a schedule forthcoming for the Phantoms. A lot of it had to do with the snow situation last week, and they had to make that up. And I guess they also had a game to make up probably from football. So did they delay any games?
I don't think they delayed any, Tim. But we will pick a player of the game for both of these teams tonight, and that player will receive a trophy and a shirt. The trophy comes from Trophy World, located in the historic Hilton Village in Newport News. For all your recognition award needs and trophies, plaques, and custom engraving, contact Bob Hilling at 595-7354. Mention this announcement, get special pricing. The shirt comes from Tidewater Team Sports, your one-stop sports headquarters for screen printing, embroidery, uniform, and apparel. Call 594-0411. Talk to David Chubb or Terry McNamara.
All right, we are set for the introduction of tonight's starting lineups.
Tonight, the Phantoms are taking on the Bruins of Bethel High School.
Phantoms and Bruins, always a tough contest.
Well, kids know each other.
5'9" senior, number 12, Robert Lewis.
For the Bruins, first of all, Robert Lewis. There you see a good shot of the senior guard.
Number 11, Devon Barton.
And I was corrected by Mr. Barton. It's Davar.
Davar?
Davar.
Very good.
Devin Hawes, our player of the game the other night in that Hampton contest, hit some key free throws late in the game. Josh Thomas, who played an outstanding ball game against Hampton just Tuesday night. Some spectacular dunk shots, the 6'6" senior. And the final starter for the Bruins. Did I miss someone?
Yeah, I think so.
There he is, Wayne Hembrick, number 44, a 6'4" senior. So those are your starters for Craig Breon's 10-5 overall Bethel Bruins. And now your Phoebus Phantoms. Okay.
And now for your Phoebus Phantoms. Starting in forward, a 6'3" junior, number 12,
Marcus Barnett is
starting in
start.
guard,
Gonna be a junior starter.
number 3,
Calvin Baker,
At guard, a 5'7",
who was absent the day the pictures were taken. Sean Green, number 20, junior, 6'1".
And his mama is the one that sold me my Coke out there, or the hot dogs that Mike was eating.
Antoine Williams, number 24, a 6'6" senior. And rounding out the starting five, center Luke Murphy, 6'6", a junior. And we're about set to get this one underway. The officials for tonight's contest, a veteran crew.
Yes, they are a veteran crew, and we're talking
Royce Bowden, Bob Cockrell, and Darius Stone will be the
Bob Cockrell. I go
trio?
way back. I need to tell you.
Bob's been doing this for almost as long as we've been doing
Yeah,
this.
but I was with him when he was coaching at the Prentice School. A lot of people didn't know that. He did coach some basketball at Prentice School, brought his team over and scrimmaged against my team, and nice guy.
You knew Bob when he had hair.
Oh, yeah.
He's starting to look like he used the same barber I did.
He's trying to delay it as long as he can.
He's got a ways to go.
I think it's called Rogaine.
He's got a way to go. I don't know about that. Now, the man's got a nice head of hair. I'd give anything to have that much hair. Everything is relative, you know.
That's true.
All right, so
What was the guy said? If you're walking a mile in the guy's shoes, by the time he turns around, you're a mile away and you got his shoes.
That's right. All right, the Bethel Bruins will have it after that discussion. And a block, but a foul.
He's going to give it on Luke.
So quickly, the one player that Mark Cassari cannot afford to get in foul trouble is the big guy, Luke.
Well, you see what Bethel's, what they're emphasizing, get the ball inside, put the pressure on the big guys for the Bruins.
Josh Thomas misses the first of two. And hits the second one. So the Bruins take the early lead. 8-minute quarters in high school football, basketball. And of course, there is no shot clock. Luke Murphy. So Murphy answers, and the Phantoms take the lead. Full court pressure being applied. They spot the open man. This is a three-pointer. He was fouled in the act of shooting, and that'll give him 3 free throws.
Boy, as the coaches say, oh, no, don't do that. He couldn't have got it anyway. Zoom's giving awards to the senior player on each of these teams this year has demonstrated academic excellence. These players be awarded plaques at the school board meeting after the season. We'd like to thank David Allen and Zooms for the continued support to WHCS and our student athletes.
Marcus Barnett picks up the foul.
And, of course, we'd like to thank Hampton Chevrolet Jeep Mazda and their corporate sponsorship located at 1073 West Mercury Boulevard. Give them a call, 838-5450.
Devin Hawes hit the first and the second one as he'll get a third.
No.
Move her over here closer. She smells good.
I was going to say, that wasn't you I was smelling.
All right, 3-2 in favor of the Bruins. 2 out of 3 for Hawes that time. This is Sean Green, who we did not see the first time we saw the Phantoms play. Stolen in midair. Nice play. Oh, can't finish, though, but the rebound comes off for the Bruins, but they can't get the shot. Robert Lewis blocked on the play. So back come the Phantoms. And stolen underneath.
Yeah, it was not a good entry pass, and it was a time you shouldn't have passed it. Luke was, Murphy was double teamed, and tried to force the ball in there. You got to be more selective with your inbound or your passes into your big man underneath the basket.
That was Hambrick with the steal.
Phoebus is playing a zone.
They wanted to get it to Hambrick, and Lewis's bounce pass didn't come up and went off the fingertips out of bounds. It'll belong to the Phantoms. Just watch the replay.
And you can just see that it just was not a – he didn't have a good angle.
So the Phantoms will bring it up. Green. Calvin Baker will drive the lane, put it up, no good. Murphy followed good.
What? He just took that ball. And Tim, what made that shot so great was not only did he get the ball, but the ball stayed in the air as he came down and went back up. No way anybody was going to get that ball away from him.
And the Bruins turn it over.
Good job, Luke Murphy that time underneath the basket. He was player of the game last time we played, did a game over here. Good idea, but his players bailed out on him, didn't stay underneath the basket, so the ball was ended up being thrown away.
We played 2 minutes here at Phoebus High School, 4-3 in favor of the Phantoms. Tim Cole and Bob Hintz, along with Mike Hauser. Game videotaped on the 31st of January, 2003. Baseline jumper is good. That is Chris Ellis scoring.
Boyce got the whistle knocked out of his mouth. It's a little hard to blow the whistle when it's dangling.
And a foul away from the ball.
Doesn't look like it was on number 12 for the Bruins.
That's what he called. It had to be away from the ball.
Yeah, it was away from the ball. That's why I didn't
Lewis.
pick the foul up, but evidently it was some
hand fighting between Lewis and whomever, and he got Lewis the guilty party. Williams, Murphy had it, knocked away, got it back, and his pass almost stolen. Williams.
Well, I tell you, the Bruins are keeping their hands in the passing lane.
Nice no-look pass to Murphy.
Awesome.
6 points for Murphy. He's got them all for the Phantoms. Bruins have a 2-on-1. Nice feed with a big jam by Devin Hawes.
Oh, what a great play.
Check
2-on-1, you can do it.
Josh Thomas, rather. 34 Thomas. Bruins leading by a point. Three-pointer, no good. Long rebound comes to the hands of Calvin Baker. This is Baker, wants to drive the lane, got some contact, no foul. Looked like he might have had the arm there. Got a 3-on-2. Nice move to use the basket.
Use that basket as a defender.
That was Devin Hawes. And the Bruins now lead by 3. And off the hands of Murphy. Phantoms are going to bring in number 52, Raekwon Miles. And Murphy will come out of the game. A little more than halfway through the first period. 9-6 in favor of the Bruins. Robert Lewis gets it across the timeline. Ellis wants to feed down low. He does. Good block, but a foul's called.
Oh, looked like a good block, but Boyce.
He's indicating
Roy
the body.
said no. Said he got him with the body, but he probably was a good block except for the body.
Antoine Williams with the foul. And Josh Thomas will go to the free throw line. He's 1 of 2. Waste no time. And Bob, do you have a 00 for Phoebus? Because I don't.
Ask Mike to get it. Who do we have, 00? Marcus Allen?
Marcus Allen, yeah, that's quite a famous name. I think he's going into the Hall of Fame this year.
We'll put him down.
Different Marcus Allen.
Oh.
And Marcus Allen picks up the foul, his first. 11-6, a 5-point lead for the Bruins, and they can add to that. Josh Thomas at the free throw line. So just one of two this time. And Baker was fouled before the shot. Chris Ellis called for a blocking foul.
Well, if he blocks you, you'll know it.
Jumper on the baseline, and the rebound comes off to the Bruins. They lead by 6. And they add to that lead as Davor Barton.
Well, Chris Ellis did a great job of shielding off the defenders.
And Ellis steals. Davor, I'll get it right here. Davor Barton.
Davor.
Oh, now you got me going. I think it's Mr. Barton. D, we'll call him D.
D. Barton.
Nice kid. Came up and just wanted me to know that, you know.
And that's good. I'm glad they do, because sometimes we do have a tendency to
add our own pronunciation.
Sometimes we do. Talk a little bit about our crew. We got a timeout out here.
Talk about our crew.
A little bit of action going on. Andre Mattingly is our instant replay. Lakeisha Porter's in the truck. Scotty Bowers is trying to direct this mess. Mike Nowinski was here, but Ed went back over to the studio. Andy Foley doing all these good graphics we got up there. Don Rouse is making sure everything is running. We got John Moore and Ricky Brown on cameras, along with Nathaniel Braxton and Ron Baton.
A cast of thousands.
Oh, and yeah, we got Crystal Bell right behind us.
Yes, we do. Phantoms down by 8. Good pass inside. Pretty good block, but Ellis got him with the body.
Yeah, a little bit of body on that, but that was a good pass. I tell you, this Bruin defense is really causing the Phantoms a little bit of trouble right now. They're not being smooth breaking the press, and you can see right there a lot of contact. Good article in the paper about him and DB both may be going to the same school. So that would be a coup, or wouldn't it? Two good athletes. And we're talking, of course, football. You talked to Bill D earlier and talked, he didn't talk basketball, he didn't talk wrestling, he talked football.
Of course. And again, want to congratulate Bill D for his National Coach of the Year award that he received. Well deserved. And he was the first to say, no way I could do this without a cast of thousands.
Well, and you know, he'll first want to tell you his assistant coaches have a lot to do with it. And we got a technical foul there for something, I think.
Yep.
Taunting.
So that is a technical, and it counts against your personal foul total.
Yeah.
Mark Casari doesn't understand the call.
Well, I didn't either, but
we weren't there. Bob Cockrell
caught it. But anyway, going to a little step further about Bill D, team ended up 25th in the nation.
Right.
Was in the paper. Neither you or I saw that, but we want to again congratulate Phoebus on their back-to-back wins on the football field and have a nice winning streak going.
So at the free throw line, shooting the technicals will be Devin Hawes. And he is 3 for 4. At 4 out of 5. So the Bruins now double the lead. 8 is the difference. 2 minutes exactly remaining in the first period. Bruins in the upper echelon in the Peninsula District. Tournament coming up pretty quickly. Is next week is the final week of the regular season?
Yeah, I think.
I know we're going to be having.
I think they've only got like 4 or 5 games left. I'm not sure, whether it's a week or weekend after.
We've got our next
no
game.
more than 2 weeks. We do.
Hampton and Kecoughtan.
Yeah, and that's on the 7th.
And a jump ball.
And I think its progression arrow is to the Phantoms. Yeah, home has got it. I tell you, we really enjoy bringing you these ball games. But you need to come out and see them. There's a lot of games. Each team plays 20-game series for the regular season.
Nice feet underneath. Good job of maintaining position.
I think you got the foul the first time we went up and it wasn't called.
Wayne Hambrick is eventually called for the foul. And that'll be 2 shots coming for Marcus Barnett. Watch the replay here. You're going to see the contact.
Right.
I'm not sure that he didn't jump into him.
It doesn't make any difference. It doesn't make any difference.
Hambrick was standing flat-footed.
If Hambrick would have gone back when he got contact, it could have been an offensive foul.
That's
but
what I mean.
He bounced right off of him.
That's where you got to do that acting thing.
Yep.
The Joe Nedney School for Acting is opening up pretty soon. 16-9 in favor of the Bruins. They have led from the early going after an early seesaw of leads.
The Phantoms come out of that zone, and they're just full man-to-man. They're going to try to take away some of the passing lanes.
Three-pointer, bodies landing heavily, and then a travel before the shot. Devin Dawes didn't agree with it. Expressed his dissatisfaction. Watch you be the judge. You're going to see. I don't think so. Didn't see any feet shuffled by Hawes. But that's not the point. The referee thought he did. Got a break on that pass, but not on that one. Ball is loose, battle for, finally controlled by the Phantoms. Just throw a prayer up. They're getting a lot of breaks on the loose ball, but they're way out of control.
Right, it's just that they don't look smooth in what they're doing.
It's kind of helter-skelter. Dustin Johnson in the game now. The brother, just missed the alley-oop.
He was open.
He had the open man. He had it lined up. Started to say in the game now, and the buzzer sounds, is Dustin Johnson of Phoebus, 16-9 in favor of the Bethel Bruins after one. And you and I talked about this during the girls' game, and that is the fact that the Dustin Johnson, number 10, is the brother of Veronica Johnson, who plays for Bethel. And
number
he plays
10. And
for
she's
Phoebus.
number 10.
And she's number 10, and he plays for Phoebus. I guess that goes to that you can go to school wherever you want to go to school thing.
Well, I think if you take certain subjects,
Right.
you can go wherever. I'm not sure how that works.
Magnet schools, I believe, is the
Don't
word.
even want to talk about it.
Phrase
I don't
I've
know
heard.
that much about it, so
That's why you don't want to talk about it.
that's true.
As
But
we look
anyway, we
into
want to
the
thank our.
huddle,
Go ahead.
No, I just want to say that's Mark
Oh,
Cassari.
yeah, that's a good shot of the.
And some real young fans in attendance. Look like they're having a good time.
Talk a little bit about the corporate sponsors. Of course, Zooms with 14 convenient Hampton locations.
Peninsula
And
locations.
Hampton Chevrolet.
Peninsula
1073.
locations, not just
Peninsula.
Hampton.
Oh, no, that's right. They're all over the place.
That's
Hampton
right, up by my
and
house,
Newport News.
where I'm going
On
to
the
get
peninsula.
Going to meet some pizza and some.
So you go to
gas.
Zooms and, first of all, stop down to Hampton Chevrolet, pick up a car, new, used, truck, whatever, and stop by a Zoom, fill it up with gas, and pick up some pizza. Tim is there, he'll buy you a piece of pizza. You would, wouldn't you?
Says Bob.
And we just bill Scotty, right?
That's right, yeah. See if Scotty's listening. Bruins by 7 as the second period gets underway. Some quick stats for you as we watch the action here. First time I get an opportunity, I'll tell you about the first period.
He was back into that zone.
And a nice feed underneath and a bucket for Devin Hawes.
And Devin did a good job to protect that ball from getting blocked by Luke Murphy.
And a whistle and a foul. First period, Bethel 4 of 10 from the field for 40%. There were 8 of 11 from the free throw line, and just 4 turnovers. Got him pretty good. That goes down as a definite foul.
Yeah, I think so.
I think Josh Thomas won't be able to dispute that one. We've got the videotape and the fingerprints on the man's neck. Knocked out of bounds. For the Phantoms in the first period, just 3 of 10, 30%. They hit 3 of 4 free throws, and they doubled the turnovers. They had 8 turnovers to the Bruins 4. Those turnovers will kill you.
Well, Phoebus is not doing a good job of getting the ball inside. They're throwing it where the hands are, not bounce passing.
Baker's open, didn't get it. Offensive rebound, throw it back to Baker. He resets, good idea. He was a little off balance. The Phantoms being selective now, which is a good thing. They're moving the ball around nicely for that kind of shot. Oh, it doesn't go, but got his own rebound, put it up, in, and a foul.
And there he gets it with a chance to make it a three-point play, but I know he's disappointed on the first one, but it was a nice pass from Luke Murphy on the wing. Got the ball inside. You see him go back up, right there, caught the foul and made the basket.
Robert Lewis called for the foul. So Miles with a chance to slice into that lead and make it a 6-point difference, and he does. Raekwon Miles makes it 18-12. So that's as close as the Phantoms have been in a while. Lewis swings it around. Jumper from the corner, in for 3. That is Josh Payne for the Bruins, just a sophomore. Luke Murphy getting some pressure in the backcourt, gets it across the timeline.
Well, Luke is big enough he can see over the top of people, but you got your big man inside. You got to get it to him.
Sean Green went up with the shot and had it blocked. Bruins come back and score.
Well, that's 2 they gave up and 2 they should have had.
D. Barton. So the lead is back up to 11. And again, a block. And we've got palming the ball.
Yeah, there was a definite carry.
Anytime you see that kind of a stutter step, you can usually look for the official to call a palming. You can do that in the NBA. You can even do that on some levels of the college, but the high school is not going to let you get. Phantoms down by 11.
You got a big man underneath the basket and they're not getting the ball to Luke, and
No,
he's
they're not
open.
working. They got a couple of big men on the basket, not working it down
and
there at all.
they started off doing that, and then they have gotten away from it.
And speaking of the big man, Murphy gets the board. Got a 2-on-1, got a break with Green on the left wing, doesn't go there. Murphy saves it. Green's shot misses everything, and back come the Bruins. basket will count and a foul.
Well,
as
nice
Payne,
job with the left hand, Tim.
Josh Payne with the bucket.
Used his body to ward off the defender and put it up with the left hand, and that got the nice roll.
Thomas called for his second. 5:19 remaining in the first half. And at the free throw line with a chance for a three-point play is the sophomore Josh Payne. And he completes that three-point play. So he's got a free throw, a two-pointer, and a three-pointer. So he's made all of my score columns. And the lead is 14. And we got a reach-in foul on the Bruins.
Well, the Bruins
Could
are
be either one.
trying to put enough pressure outside on the guard so that the Phantoms cannot get into any set offense. And the set offense we saw the first few minutes of the first quarter was getting the ball inside to their big people. So what we got, a 1-on-1?
1-on-1 as the Bruins have committed 7 team fouls. So that will send Antoine Williams to the free throw line. And he'll get the bonus.
26-13.
So Williams hits both free throws, and the lead is back to 12.
Well, what the Bruins want to do is make the Phantoms run around in that zone, find those open spots. And now they want to come down and try to get this lead at least into single digits.
Nice steal.
Nice steal, but you got a bounce pass would. One of those that just happened to go in.
Josh Payne gets fouled and gets the basket. Murphy clears the ball. Got him up in the air, and that's what you hope to do.
Yep.
Foul committed by Williams. So a chance at the three-point play again for Payne. And this time he can't get it to go in. 14-point lead for the Bruins. 4:30 remaining in the first period, first half rather.
Good
Nice
drive.
move. Yep, good move to the basket by Raekwon Miles. Won't go. Phantoms with Miles on the board. Need to work it down. They do. They get it to Miles. He pushes off and didn't get called. Kicked it out and saved by Green. Now confusion and finally controlled by the Phantoms. Luke Murphy, and Murphy is fouled. Barton picks up the foul. Watch this replay. Got him on the arm. Good call.
Yeah, if he hadn't have got him, Luke would have traveled.
Mm-hmm. That was a good call. Again,
Yeah.
it shows the senior officials' good eye there as Mr. Cockrell spotted the foul before what would have been, a lot of the fans don't see that. Just quick tap on the arm, and it was a foul.
Did you want me?
No, just wanted to.
You're showing me what the quick tap was.
Yeah, just showing you how quick it was.
Yeah, you'll hear from my lawyer. Ray Smith, the young man who's the AD over Bethel High School. We appreciate what he did for us the other night. And, of course, the people over here at Phoebus, Bill Deavy and the AD also, they've really helped us out, setting up and all the things that the crew's got to go through.
Payne can't get the long jumper to go.
Now let's get after
So
Green.
back come the
Let's go, Green.
Phantoms.
Somebody's got to tee it up.
Definitely see the resemblance between Veronica Johnson and her brother Dustin. Underneath, shot won't go. Murphy kicks it out. Now gets it back. He'll try the jumper. Got it.
And he got a 3. Luke, they cut
Was
it
it a 3?
Yeah, they cut it to 7 just like that.
Didn't think he was that far out.
Yep, evidently.
A 7-point difference.
And
They
usually
were down by
your big
14.
guy doesn't go out there.
No, they're down by 14 and that travel. So the Phantoms are digging back into this thing. Down by 7 and they've got the ball. Here's some action here.
Yeah. And he shuffled his feet if you watched.
Johnson to Murphy. Big man tries to feed it down low, hit the foot.
You got to bounce it in
Miles.
there, not bounce it off his foot. But the idea was good. The execution wasn't. What was it that John McKay said about his team? What do you think about the execution? He says, I'm all for it. That was when Tampa Bay was 0 for 26.
You got a player shaken up on the play. The officials are going to let them keep going. And that player is number 32, Devin Hawes. Murphy misses the jam, but his teammate Miles follows up and hits. And now we've got a momentary stoppage as Hawes still limping.
Well, and that was a good call by Cockrell. He stopped it because Bethel didn't have the ball. You can't stop it while the other team has the ball.
Nope. But Hawes is going to stay in there. He was just shaken up a little bit. Apparently he's well enough to continue. Minute 40 remaining in the half. A 5-point game. Phantoms have fought back. There's travel.
Yeah.
Good defense.
Good defense.
Started to go up with the ball and made him leave his feet and come back down with it. So with a 3 here, we're looking at a 2-point ball game.
I tell you, the Phantoms have crawled and fought to get back in this game. It looked like
They were down by 14. They were down 28-14. This is a 3. Got it.
What are you, a prognosticator now?
Marcus Barnett makes it a 2-point ball game. As we approach the 1-minute mark. Almost traveled. This is the 3, in and out. Knocked into the corner, loose ball, and who had it last?
I think.
Watch the 3-point jumper right here. You didn't see it go in, but trust me, it did.
Well, officials got both hands up in the air, and they wasn't saying it was a touchdown or a field goal. Well, it could have been a field goal.
Could have been.
Oh, nice left.
Left-hand hook by Josh Thomas. And the lead is 4, and then the Bruins get it back, and Johnson commits the foul.
And, and he tried to throw the ball over the head of a guy with his hands way up in the air. That's tough to do that.
So Davor Barton will go to the free throw line. He's got 4 points. I said I think he had 3. Actually, he has 4 points. Now he has 5. The lead is 4 with 41.4 seconds till half. And Barton hits both free throws. Chris Bell will come in the game. Chris Bell.
Chris Bell.
Who's
Chris Bell? You know Chris Bell?
Oh. Not to be confused with Crystal Bell. Johnson feeds it for Miles. He tried to get it to Murphy, but he was fouled before the pass. And both teams over the limit.
Well, it was 7.2 seconds the other night. A little longer tonight, isn't it, Crystal? Proud mama behind us. Those of you who don't know that Crystal Bell is the secretary over there at WHCS Channel 46.
I heard she runs the place.
Well, she does. I didn't want to say that. You know, I didn't want to make Scotty mad. But since you brought it up, she really keeps everybody in line.
That's impossible.
Well, I know.
So Miles has made it a 5-point game. And he makes it 4 as he is perfect from the free throw line. Didn't want to jinx the young man and tell you that he was 4 of 4, but now he's 5 for 5.
I'm sure he is too.
Right. 5 for 5 from the free throw line. 20 seconds remaining. A 4-point game. And it's blocked. Phantoms have time. They feed it for Johnson, and just a little too long. Good idea, but a little too strong.
Yeah, a little more air underneath that, but we got 5.1 seconds, so the Phantom's going to put some pressure on them. Don't give them a good shot.
Did he get it away? It doesn't matter. It didn't go in anyway,
Right.
but I believe it would have counted because I didn't see anybody waving it off.
I didn't either.
But it's of no consequences. We have reached halftime, and our score is Bethel 32 and Phoebus 28. We'll return to Phoebus High School for the third period of action after this brief timeout. Back here at Phoebus High School, halftime, the Bethel Bruins leading by 4 points. And for the Bethel Bruins in the first half, they shot 10 of 23 for 44%, 11 of 15 free throws for 73%, 7 turnovers, and 10 total team rebounds. For the Phantoms, they shot just 35%, 8 of 23, but they were excellent from the free throw line, 10 of 11 for 91%. 11 turnovers, and that can't be happy for Marcus
that's
Sarri.
got to hurt you. But these free throws, 73% and 91%, both teams, that's excellent.
Yeah, it really is. Now, the leading scorers, pair of 11-point scorers for the Phantoms, Raekwon Miles and Luke Murphy, each with 11. 4 points for Marcus Barnett and 2 points for Antoine Williams. For the Bruins, they had 3 players that had 8 points, and those were Josh Thomas, Devin Hawes, and Josh Payne. 6 points for Davor Barton and 2 points for Chris Ellis to round out the scoring for the Phantoms and the Bruins in the first half. Bruins fell behind by 14 points.
No, the Phantoms did.
Excuse me, the Phantoms fell behind by 14 points and came back and made it a 4-point
Oh, yeah, I
halftime
thought
game.
they were digging themselves in a hole, and all I was concerned about was, you know, if you're coaching for the Phantoms, you're saying, okay, we got to get it to single digit before halftime, and boom, all of a sudden, with 2 minutes to go, they were only down 2 points. Now they ended up down 4, so that's not a bad place to come back. But I know Coach Breon a little unhappy with the execution the second half with his team. So I'm looking for them to come out and be a little more protective of the ball.
Three-pointer is off the mark.
Well, did a good job right there blocking out, getting the rebound. Phoebus is in their zone.
Blocked by Murphy, and they say he got him on the arm.
Second half brought to you in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, located at the Hampton Center Parkway, North Arnstead Avenue. Give them a call at 827-4670. Nancy Staten is the manager.
Josh Thomas will go to the free throw line. 4 of 6 in the first half for Thomas. $11 out of 15 in the first half, as you mentioned.
Bethel still in their man-to-man.
Bruins tried to save it but couldn't.
Trying to get, and I think they kind of went away from getting the ball into their big men underneath the basket. The Phoebus did. Oh, nice steal.
Robert Lewis.
Looked like we're playing volleyball. Oh, a little hop step, a little travel before he just caught the ball, took a step, took a little hop, and you got to dribble if you're going to hop.
So the turnover gives it back to the Phantoms, trailing by 6. Just underway here in the third period. Tim Cole, Bob Hintz, Mike Hauser, and the Channel 46 crew coming to you from Phoebus High School. Stolen nicely by the Bruins. That was Wayne Hambrick.
And you just got to get a better entry pass in if you're the Phantoms, because the man is there, but you got to get it to him when he's open.
And another steal. Barton keeps it alive for the Bruins and then has it knocked away, but it'll belong to Bethel.
Zoom's given an award to the senior player on each of these teams this year has demonstrated academic excellence. These players be awarded plaques at a school board meeting after the season. We'd like to thank David Allen and Zooms for the continuing support to WHCS and our student athletes as you watch some of that action. Also want to thank our corporate sponsors, Hampton Chevrolet Jeep Mazda, located 1073 West Mercury Boulevard. Give them a call, 838-5450. And, of course, Zooms with 14. Oh, we already talked about Zooms, haven't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, we did.
And I knew, but I didn't want to say.
Yeah, okay. You didn't want to make me think I didn't know what I was doing. Huh?
So the 32nd timeout by Craig Breon wanted to settle his team down, I think, as much as anything. They lead by 6. They have the 10-5 overall record, just 4-10 for the Phantoms. We've got a foul away from the ball. The Bethel Bruins, Josh Payne called for the foul. Player control foul.
Well, there's a lot of pushing and shoving and jockeying in position under the basket, and especially when you got somebody as big as Luke Murphy is. And by the way, Luke's uncle come up and talked to me. He lived in West Branch, Iowa, where my wife went to school and graduated, and is aware of my little old small town, West Liberty. So it was kind of neat talking to somebody that.
I heard you guys talking farm and corn, all that Midwest stuff.
Yeah, we're talking little Pioneer seed corn.
Yes. Had a little house down the road a piece. Well, I didn't jump in, but my family's from Iowa as well.
I know they are. I don't know why you didn't jump in, but both.
Well, you guys were, you know.
Well, you didn't live there, though.
No, I didn't. My grandparents lived there, and my parents were raised in Iowa, but I didn't live there. No good on the first by Antoine Williams, missing for the first time tonight. See, when I came in tonight, I noticed that new sign, and it reminded me that I shouldn't do that.
What's that?
Hang on the rim.
Oh, yeah.
So I won't do that anymore.
We don't want you hanging on the rim.
I won't do that anymore. I'd have to have a ladder and 3 people to push me up.
To help you up the ladder?
I thought it was littering. Phantoms got a 2-on-1. Nice move.
Oh,
put it in.
Good hesitation.
Calvin Baker's first score of the night comes and makes it a 3-point game. Phantoms hanging tough. Oh, nice feed. Shot won't go, but 2 shots coming on the foul. Going to call that one on Williams. Antoine Williams, his third.
Watch the long pass, but watch him hesitate, hold himself up in the air, let the defender go on by, and then put it off the board as he was coming down. Great body control that time.
And a good look.
And who was
Mr.
that?
Thomas.
Who was that did that?
Who did the shot or the foul?
Yeah, no, the one down at the other end.
That was number 3, Calvin Baker, who got the basket.
I thought it was Calvin, but I wasn't sure.
Sound like you know him. You know Calvin?
just one I've seen playing.
He said, oh, yeah, that would look like Calvin. If he didn't have a uniform on, I wouldn't know who he is. And he steals it and gets fouled.
Well, he got hammered, but I tell you.
That was a good foul.
It was a great foul because he's going to get the two. Now you're going to make him make it on the foul line. But what great hands. He never gave up on the ball. And as a coach, that's what you want your kids to do. Don't give up. Don't put your head down. If you make a mistake or something doesn't go your way, you got to keep right on playing. And
keep right on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.
Right there. Stepped right in the passing lane, and then boom.
And he did make both free throws, so the strategy didn't pay off, but that's what you have to do.
Yep.
And we're down to a 2-point ball game. Bethel wanting to keep pace with Heritage and Warwick.
Well, they want to keep that number 3 spot in the in the standings, because that's a good place to be. It's a good bracket to be in. Number 2 and 3 is good. 4 is not so good. You're in the bracket with number 1.
With that turnover, gives it back to the Bruins.
And the Bruins aren't playing as smooth as they did against Hampton, and it may be a little bit of this gym is a little different. The defense is a little tougher.
Well, this gym is vastly improved with the lighting that they've added.
It used to be so dark.
Several years ago, it was like playing in a dungeon. It's so dark in here because of the dark floor. Nice loop pass inside, won't go. Battle for it, saved.
Good job, good hustle.
Oh, and a nice pass.
Oh, what a nice steal.
Miles with us, good hands. In the lane, won't go. Just one shot this time as the board cleared by Josh Thomas.
Oh, nice try that time. That was Lewis trying to get the ball into the breaking big man is Hambrick. And that's one thing that you teach your guards, especially your point guards, is reward the big man for running the floor.
Miles working the low post. Kicks it out, but he threw it right to a Bruin. Martin's shot is short.
Well, that was partially blocked, Tim.
Dustin Johnson for Miles in the corner. In the lane, no. Followed by Miles is no good. Got his own rebound, though. Now the long jumper, no good. No, you just can't. You don't have to fire it up like that. That's what. If I'm the coach, I'm going crazy. They work the ball around, and all of a sudden the ball comes out, and just for no reason, he just throws up this prayer. Why not work the ball back in? Watch this action here. You're going to see.
Nice block by Luke.
Good block by Luke. But you follow what I'm saying?
Exactly. You work the ball inside,
and all of a sudden it comes out, and you just throw this thing from 18 feet away instead of working it back in. I guess that's the biggest difference between high school and college. They get a play on almost all the time in college. A lot of one-on-one stuff in high school.
Yep. And Luke Murphy come out, and you tell me he's not using Luke underneath the basket like he did the first quarter.
Nice move underneath by Josh Thomas as he moved beautifully to get inside and lay it in, makes it a 4-point game. 2:35 to go in the third. You started to say Bethel's.
Well, their man-to-man is a little looser than it was before, but they're packing it back underneath, so they're taking away the inside game.
And they're going to say travel.
Well, and again, here you go. You're standing out. You're beyond the three-point line, and then you're going to drive to the basket. Well, you know, you got to work the ball around. You got big people underneath there. You work them around, get them a good bounce pass in. You know, don't try to run from the top of the key in. It's hard to do.
What is Mike doing? How's he waving at the? Are you waving at the camera?
Who's he? He's saying,
well, we had a shot of us in there, and there he is. See, look at there. He's right there in your picture. Yeah, see, you got to get that FaceTime, you know. He wants to tell us there. We need to circle his.
Can we get
take some magic marker and put it on
a little white out in it?
2:10 left here in the third period. Been an entertaining ball game. The Phantoms had fallen behind by 14, but battled back to make it a 4-point game at halftime, and have pretty much stayed right there as we have the 4-point difference at this point. A low-scoring third period here, as just 5 points for each team. But as long as it's competitive, that's what counts. The Bruins with the ball and a 4-point lead. Nice feed in for Hambrick.
Really was.
Couldn't get the shot to go down, and the rebound comes to the Phantoms. Marcus Allen.
Oh, nice pass.
Nice pass for Miles, and he'll get a pair of free throws. Lamont Brown, the junior from Bethel, gets called for the foul. Here's the replay. Got him with the body and the arm, so he got his money's worth. And you got to hit those free throws. But Miles had been perfect up until that point. Had hit all 5 of his attempts. So he gets 1 of 2. 37-34, a 3-point difference.
5 games left for these teams before the district tournament begins.
I believe the last game is the 13th of February, last regular season game for most of these schools.
And we've got a contest on the 7th, Kecoughtan and Hampton, and I think we're going to be at Hampton.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touched by the Bruins, excuse me, by the Phantoms rather. Lewis will inbound. And a blocking foul as James Scott, number 5, a freshman, has come in for the first time tonight for the Bruins. Marcus Allen gets called for the foul. You can watch him in your picture. He's going to definitely bump it.
Play bump and run.
But the Phantoms get it back. Chance to tie with a 3. Dangerous cross-court pass. Green feeds it down low. Now this is the 3. Got it the last time, and he gets it this time. Marcus Barnett. Last time they needed a 3 to tie, and they got it this time as well.
Well, they've outplayed the Bruins the second half. They were down by 4, and they're even with them.
.40 seconds remaining in the third period. And the basket is good, and a foul.
That was a good entry pass that time, but I was real impressed with the way that Josh Thomas moved to his left, faked and drew the foul, and then followed through and got the 2-pointer, so he's got a chance for a 3-point play. You can watch it.
And he does get the 3-point play.
Well, that's a 3-pointer.
Well, 3-pointer, 3-point play. And a foul.
Lamont Brown grimaces as he commits the foul.
That's his third, so these fouls starting to mount up here. Neither team is over the limit yet, but don't have a count for the second half, but they've got to be approaching it pretty closely as the ball in and out, rimmed off for Tyree Watkins. He'll get a second attempt. And he makes the second. So it's a 2-point game. Bruins can hold it for the final shot of the period if they want. It's 20 seconds. And just kind of a wild one-on-one play. And a travel. So the Phantoms are going to bring in wholesale substitutions.
Well, one thing you want to get Luke in, you got 11.2 seconds, Tim. If there's a shot up, you got a good rebounder in there.
Three seconds and a long three-pointer, no good. Follow, no good as the buzzer sounds to end the third period.
And that's what you want to do as a coach. You want to get the last shot and get a rebound. And you actually got 2 tries to get the basket in. The trailing by 2. Good game.
So the Phantoms actually have outscored the Bruins in the second and the third period. It was 16-9 after one in favor of Bethel. Then 19-16 was the scoring in the second period. Phoebus leading the scoring by 3. And then here in the third period, they outscored the Bruins 10-8. So they are very much in the game, 40-38.
Want to thank Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home, which is conveniently located at the Hampton Center Parkway, North Armstead Avenue, for helping bring this second half of this ball game tonight. Give them a call at 827-4670. Nancy Staten is the manager. And of course, Hampton Chevrolet, Jeep, Mazda, located at 1073 West Mercury Boulevard. Give them a call, 838-5450. And Zooms with 14 convenient locations. Go by, pick up some food, fill up the tank. Zooms.
All right, final 8 minutes of regulation coming up.
And we will be picking a player of the game. Trophy World will give us a trophy, and Tidewater Team Sports gives us the T-shirt. So we will be doing that before the game is over.
Got some good candidates tonight, as always. Bruins by 2. And almost stole it. And a foul will be called against the Phantoms, number 12, Marcus Barnett. Player control foul.
Still not a
one-on-one.
nobody's in the one-on-one in the bonus yet, are they?
Not yet. But we don't have the luxury of knowing the total team fouls, although I could do some quick calculating if my numbers are correct here on the personal fouls.
Well, try it.
But I don't know how many they had in the first half. So.
Oh, well.
I mean, I know what the total is, but I don't know what. We'll find out soon enough. Ball knocked out of bounds, still belongs to the Bruins.
Right off of, what do you got?
Well, Bethel in the third period, 2 of 13 from the field. Phoebus 2 of 10. Just horrible shooting, but the free throws have saved both of them. 4 out of 5 for the Bruins and 5 out of 8 as the Bruins add to their lead on the jumper by Josh Thomas. Back the other way, offensive foul.
Yep, a little out of control.
Turnovers almost even as the Bruins had 5 to 6 committed by the Phantoms. 5 of 8 free throws for Phoebus, 4 of 5 free throws for the Bruins. So the interesting from the field, horrible shooting from the free throw line has been excellent for both teams. Foul was on Barnett. Bruins by 4. They have led by as many as 14. And a bad pass underneath. Got stuck underneath there and handed right to the Phoebus Phantoms.
Well, and the Phantom did a good job of stepping in the passing lane. Luke Burfrey wide open and just not getting good passes to him. right on top of him and threw a real stinger in there.
Yeah, you just can't do that. You gotta get further away from him or loop the pass to him somehow. Just don't have the opportunity to field it. Nice jumper from the corner by Devin Hawes, who's been very quiet, had 8 points in the first half. That's his first points of the second half. He was scoreless in the third period. Out come the Bruins. They've got 3-on-1. Johnson, the only one back, and they're going to call traveling.
Yeah.
Almost worked.
Yep. Well,
Martin.
that's the time he should have given it to the other man. He had a 3-on-1
Watch
pass
this.
here, not another pass. He would have had the layup.
Yep. 6 points, the lead. Williams down low has it blocked. Left wing pass. 3-point attempt, no good, but a stick back is good by Josh Thomas.
Offside rebounding. I've talked about that many times. The ball is missed a lot of times. It's going to go off on the other side of the rim, and that's exactly where the Bruin was that time. Got it, put it back up, and now they've got an 8-point lead. Watch this. Comes off of the rim. Nobody's over there. Easy putback. Easy putback.
5:45 remaining. It had been whittled down to a 4-point difference, but the 4 consecutive unanswered points by the Bruins have built that lead back up to 8. Josh Thomas in the first half had 8 points. He has added 12 more here in the second half to put himself as a primary candidate for the player of the game. He was a near choice Tuesday night against Hampton. Going to have a shot of us all.
Okay, how about that? Us all?
Us all. Where's Crystal? Did she go home? No, she's right behind.
No, she's
there
behind
she is.
Get Crystal on camera. Tell you, Tim, it's been a good game. It's been a close game. Phoebus has dug themselves out a hole more than one time, and then they get within 2 points, and then boom, now they're down by 8. But it's got to get the ball inside to your big people. If you're going to do that, make sure you're good entry passes and those things. Nice three-pointer right there. Looked good when it left.
It's nice from the Phoebus point of view because it makes it a 5-point game. Cut that 8-point lead almost in half with one little swish. That one by Antoine Williams.
Well, when it left his hand, it looked good.
Yeah, it did. Back come the Phantoms, 1-on-3. Take the jumper. No, they didn't bother to work it in.
Well, and another thing that hurt you that time, there's nobody underneath the basket to
There's
rebound.
no reason to shoot. There's no shot clock. You've got a 1-on-3 and no one to rebound the ball. In the lane, shot put up. Call it a pass, if you will.
It was a pass.
Josh Thomas. Thomas continues to add to his lofty scoring tonight. And a three-pointer again by Williams.
Williams said, give me the ball. I'm hot. I can feel it.
Yeah, you get that stroke going. A 4-point game. Keep doing that. Give up 2 and get 3. You'll catch up. Nice movement in the lane by Devin Hawes. And he draws the foul. So Hawes, who has been, as I mentioned, relatively quiet, just 2 points here in the second half, but he will go to the free throw line, and he is 4 out of 5 from the charity stripe so far tonight.
Now, look at the
Big
Dawes.
three-pointer from
He's got a heavily taped left ankle, Tim, and he kind of, after he made that shot, like it, you see he's limping a little bit on that thing.
He was limping at halftime. When they came off the court at halftime, he was limping. I noticed that. Might have twisted an ankle. 6-point difference. Green, no. Long rebound comes to the hands of Hawes. Devin Hawes will give to Robert Lewis. Work it into the corner. Kick it back out for Lewis. Lewis will drive the lane.
Oh,
and-
nice alley-oop.
Yep. Josh Thomas again. I think it was a missed shot too, but Mike Housen, I think it was a missed shot.
Oh, I think it was exactly what he tried to do.
Well, whatever it was, it worked perfectly. A brick. Underneath, no good. Trying to get a little too fancy.
Well, Phoebus is shooting the threes with no.
And that one hurt. That was Devin Hawes from deep in the corner. I think he was over on Buckrow Avenue when he threw that one in.
And that gives him an 11-point lead.
Yeah, just like that. And there's where, if I could analyze what I've been watching, Phoebus is a little out of control, just throwing up some stuff. The Bruins a little more under control and taking the shots and making them count. That might have been.
That could have been the Park Lawn Wood. One of our corporate sponsors in the second half.
That's right.
Here's the alley-oop. Watch this. See, he
banked it off the glass to him?
No, it wasn't a bank. It was a catch. They've been doing that in practice all week. What you guys are?
3-3-2 on the clock.
54, 40, 55, 44. What?
Our players of the game here.
Come on. Nice job.
Who got it? I didn't see.
That was
What's the number? Just give me a number.
Williams, 24.
Two-pointer?
Yep.
He's been doing some heavy scoring. He had 2 points in the first half, and he's added 9 here in the second.
Bethel's going to spread it out.
3 minutes to go, and when you can spread it out and then score, that really hurts. Devin Hawes, who had 8 at the half.
A good job getting that ball down real quick to Marcus.
So quick, I was marking it down. I didn't see who hit
Barnett,
it.
number
Barnett?
12, got the long pass and put her up. One dribble and put her up before the defense got set up.
Well, Bob, we're going to have to figure out who we're going to do our player of the game here. I think I've got an easy one here. Well, yeah, this one's easy.
All right.
Now, the other choice isn't so easy, but we've had a tale of two halves here for the Phoebus Phantoms. And I'm going to talk about this on the
Tale of two halves.
Yeah, we got in the first half, Raekwon Miles had 11 points, and he's added 2. Antoine Williams had 2, and he's added 9. So each of them has kept Phoebus in the game, but we're going to have to decide which one we're going to go with here. I'm going to let you do that.
Oh, you're going to let me be the one, huh?
Yep. Which is more important, hanging tough in the first half or hanging tough in the second half?
That's this one, and what was the other one?
This guy here and this guy here. Is that the one you want?
Yep.
Okay.
Got fouled on the shot. And hanging on his arm, baby.
59-48, three-pointer won't go, and the Bruins are starting to pull away now, up by 11 with the ball. Robert Lewis needs to get across the timeline, being harassed, does so. Throws the alley-oop, and no one going to get that one.
Well, no one on the floor is going to get out.
Antoine Williams. Blocked underneath, but a foul before the block.
Williams did a good job, Tim, of making the turn and putting pressure on the guy guarding him. The weak side man came over and blocked the shot. But right there, he blocked the shot. The number 32 for the Bruins was Hawes.
Also got a little hook on.
Yeah, he did a little hook, but he was getting some pressure too. Sometimes you get by with that hook.
Well, we're going to tell you who the players of the game are. Not yet. They're not ready. Mike, we're not ready.
Well, Mike, get ready, will you?
No, we're not going to do it now. We don't want to do it now.
Okay.
Okay, now we'll do it. Since Scotty
there you
says.
go.
There's our player of the game for the Bruins, Josh Thomas, number 34, the 6'6" senior. Great game. He had 8 points in the first half. Added 16 unofficially in the second half for a game total of 24 unofficially. Phoebus steals the ball. And then the foul on the shot. And there is your Phoebus player of the game, Antoine Williams, the senior. And that was not an easy choice. Raekwon Miles had a great first half. And Luke Murphy had a great first half.
Yep.
He was held totally. I don't know whether he's hurt or not. I haven't seen Murphy in the game.
Well, and when he's been in, he hadn't had the ball. Hadn't been in shooting position.
Hasn't played much. But it was a tough call between Williams and Miles. But we went with Williams as he kept the Phantoms in the game in the second half. Miles in the first half. But can't have two players of the game from the same team. So there.
Not when we don't have enough trophies.
52-59. Basket is good and a foul. That was a big bucket there for Josh Payne. He had 8 points in the first half, and that's his first basket of the second half. He ends up unofficially at this point, the sophomore, with 10 points unofficially. I might have missed one there. I was doing some tallying for our player of the game when they had a couple of scores. So this is very unofficial. And he gets the three-point play. 1:20 remaining and a 10-point difference. Oh, hey,
Just
why
kind
not?
of leaned in on
Why
that,
not?
didn't he?
Lean in and throw something up. Good things will happen.
Well, 8 points, three possessions, 115.
Yep, it's still. Ooh, that's good.
Oh, Mike, get that right, Mike.
Scary stuff.
It is scary.
Well, we want to remind everybody that you can watch the girls' contest between these two schools as well. And also, we will have you, I believe it's going to be at Hampton High School next Friday night, the 7th of February. We'll be there for Kecoughtan and Hampton. Watch some of the action here. That was that shot that just got put in a moment ago by Calvin Baker. He's had a nice second half. He was scoreless in the first half, but he has added 8 points for his team to keep them in this game in the second half. It's been a battle. The Bruins may come away with a victory here, but they were in a dogfight. We're going to see our cameraman down there gets out of the way. Cockrell says, please, Mr. Camera Person. That was too telegraphed. Can't do that. Baker, 3. This game is not over with yet.
Told you 3 possessions.
5-point difference, and we're at a minute. And the foul. 58.8 seconds and a 5-point game. So very important free throws coming up here for Josh Payne. Both teams are in the bonus. Payne very quickly, nonchalantly puts it in. None of this dribble or anything. He just gets the ball and shoots. And hits, so he hits
a good
2.
job getting his knees bent and underneath
you
himself.
can see him getting a rhythm going there, and he makes sure he put him in nicely. 7-point game. Williams, who's had some threes, has another one. That's his 3rd. And another foul.
And that's not a bad foul.
4-point game. That was that's our player of the game, hitting those threes.
Yes, sir.
Antoine Williams.
Are we prognosticators or what?
Watch what you're calling me.
I meant that in the best possible way.
In a nice way. So again, Josh Payne, I don't know what the statistics are for the free throw shooting for the season, but Mr. Payne has gone to the line consecutive times now. Let's see if he can perform the same magic as last time, and he appears to have the stroke down. That's 4 in a row, 5 out of 6 on the night. And just like that, he misses. So now, 5-point game, but stolen by the Bruins and a foul. 37.7 on the clock. And same young man will go to the free throw line. Watch some of the action here. You're going to see the
lost the ball, come right off his nice hands. Bruin slapped it out of the way.
So Payne back in the rhythm. 5 out of 6 in the second half.
Well, I tell you, a young man has been pretty ice cold on that foul line. Nothing's bothering him.
So a nice evening for Josh Payne as he has added 8 more in the second half. He's got 16 unofficially, and Baker gets the bucket. Baker had quite a second half. 13 points unofficially for Baker. .2 seconds. So again, our players of the game, Antoine Williams from Phoebus and Josh Thomas from Bethel. Not to say that Josh Payne certainly is a candidate. He's had a great game. Devin Hawes had a good, strong second half. Antoine Williams got it. Raekwon Miles, a good game. 13 points for Calvin Baker, all in the second half. So a timeout taken with 20.2 on the clock. And you see the score, a 5-point difference. Hope you've enjoyed this contest. We have one more regular season game. And as we said, that'll be next Friday night, the 7th of February, Hampton and Kecoughtan. We'll look forward to seeing you out there. We can't encourage you often enough as you watch some of the replay from action a moment ago. Come on out and support your high school team, whether you're for Phoebus, Hampton, Kecoughtan, or Bethel. These young men and young ladies deserve your support.
Yes, they do, Tim. And Phyllis Henry, principal here at Phoebus High School. She was a happy young lady after the Phantoms won their second straight football championship.
Well, I remember. We talked to her when we were here for that first game back on the 7th. I think she was still kind of bubbly over that.
Oh, she was telling, you know, they're selling championship shirts and sweaters and sweatshirts and all, and I didn't get mine. Did you get yours?
It must be in the mail.
They're selling them out in the lobby at the game tonight, but by the time you hear it, they'll be gone.
So Payne showing his human side, misses only twice as he missed tonight. And again, back in the groove. So 1 out of 2, 6-point game, 2 possessions. Got Dustin Johnson open, 3-pointer.
We got a 3-point game.
And a foul with 8.8 remaining. Then a battle to the end here. Some key free throws now coming for Barton. He had 6 points in the first half, has not scored until now. I believe this is double bonus time. I believe there's 2 shots coming. And he gets the roll.
And
So
that makes it
that
almost could be the
Yep. That too.
That could be it. Well, Scotty's got me thinking about that so much. Well, maybe they'll foul him on the three-point shot. No.
Batted around. Stick back, no good, and the buzzer will sound, and the Phoebus Phantoms come up a little short, but not because of a lack of effort, as they battled the Bruins to the very end. And again, we remind you, our players of the game: Josh Thomas of Bethel and Antoine Williams of Phoebus, as the Phantoms record falls to 4-8 and 4-11 overall, and the Bruins improved to 10-3 and 11-5 as they maintain that position of third place. Tonight's game brought to you by Zooms, with 14 convenient Peninsula locations to serve you. By Hampton Chevrolet at 1073 West Mercury Boulevard, and in part by Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home. Nancy Staten, the manager, 827-4670. Well, it was a very interesting ball game, a hard-fought game, and the Bruins had their hands full, but they pulled away when they needed to with some key free throws down the stretch.
And that was the difference in this game tonight, was they made the free throws in the past. When we did the game the other night, they had trouble at the foul line. So whatever the coaches did worked.
Final score is Bethel 69 and Phoebus 65. For Bob Hintz and Mike Hauser, this is Tim Cole. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.